How excited are you for your very first con?
I'm super excited. This is going to be great.
Heather, how excited are you?
Really excited.
I'm also very excited. Thanks for asking, guys. Ryan, are you excited to be here?
I'm very excited to be here. There's great vendors, there's great celebrities, there's a lot of cool looking things around the convention center. I was able to find a Funko Pop. Would you like to see it?
Yes.
Alright, so I did a little hunting of my own and I finally found a common John Wick Chapter 2 Funko Pop. It was the last one that a particular vendor had. So I finally found it. I've been looking for this forever. So we hunt together and I finally found it.
Welcome to the Gastlecast. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
We went to Keystone Comic Con in Philadelphia.
We went there to get a bunch of autographs.
Yes, I originally planned to go there because I wanted to meet Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and have him sign my Spider-Man pop, which thank you to the Gastlecast We Hunt Together group on Facebook. That's awesome. If you're not there, you should join, by the way. They helped me pick the Spider-Man that I was going to get signed, which was a 2-pack with Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Wow.
And you wanted to meet some people as well.
I did. I really wanted to meet Bonnie Wright, who plays Ginny Weasley, and I wanted to meet James and Oliver Phelps, who play Fred and George Weasley.
What you ended up wanting to get signed is the 3-pack.
Yeah, from Emerald City Comic Con.
So we arrived in Philadelphia after about a 2-hour drive. We ended up walking. It felt like forever to get to the con.
Yes.
That convention center is humongous.
It is. And the worst part about it is that we literally parked right next to the convention center, but it was on the complete opposite end of the convention center. So we had to walk what felt like at least like 3/4 of a mile.
So when we finally got inside the con, it was a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But when we arrived, we ended up running into Kyle Johnson of Pop Habit, which is another YouTube channel. Very, very good people. Definitely go and check them out. But Kyle was running a table there. I had some conversation with him. Really, really good guy. He was telling me a little bit about the con. But meanwhile, you ran like the Dickens because you had to meet Ginny Weasley.
We went upstairs to the convention, and I looked at my phone and it said 10:51. I was like, oh my gosh. I ordered a ticket for 11 a.m., so I had 9 minutes to spare. I literally ran. I probably got in the line at like 10:52 because I went real fast. But upon arriving to the autograph, so Ginny Weasley was here and Fred and George were right next to her. And Ginny's line was insane. There were people overflowing outside of the little designated line. So I decided to take a chance and get into Fred and George's line. My guess is this will go by fast. I'll be able to hop into Ginny's and be able to get all my autographs over with. So about 10 or 15 minutes in to waiting in this line, I realized that I ran so fast away from you that I forgot my Sharpies that were in your backpack. Sharpies that I spent like 10 minutes picking out at Michael's.
While you were freaking out and looking for your Sharpies, you then started to text me and saying, hey, I need my Sharpies. Well, while you were doing that, I picked up some posters.
Cool.
I was busy buying posters while you were doing that.
Is that why I had to send you 10 text messages?
That's exactly why. But I got some cool posters. So I picked up one for you and one for me. So the one that I picked up for me was the Chris Evans Captain America holding the shield, the broken shield, and the hammer, which I thought was cool. Now, somebody definitely photoshopped this and made it into a picture. They only had 4 left, so I don't know what number this was, because they were apparently flying off the wall. But I ended up getting this, and unfortunately, from a distance, it looks fantastic, but up close, it looks very pixelated. That's the only problem with this picture. So somebody did an okay Photoshop, but not so great Photoshop. I like it, though. I'm really excited to hang it in the basement and down here in the Gastle. I think it's a cool picture. And then I picked out a Negan for you who has Twilight eyes.
Yeah, he has really weird eyes.
Yeah, he has Twilight eyes. I don't know why. But I thought that was really cool and to add to the Negan wall.
He, to me, this is, pooping Negan. He looks like he's pooping.
So I ran the markers over to you and you were all set and ready to go. I needed to go and run and find the Tom Holland line. And when I got over to where everybody would stand for the Tom Holland line, they said it's too early, because I think it was like 11:30, 11, something like that. There's a waiting area, but we're not going to form a line until about 12:30. And I was like, holy crap, you know, I'd rather just wait in a line or be a part of some sort of line, like a starter line or something. So I ended up walking around a little bit. I didn't buy anything. I didn't see any pops I really wanted while I was there. Nothing really caught my eye. So I was really just counting down the moments until I finally met Tom Holland. Well, when I tailed back around to go stand in line, this table had the most amount of grails in one place I've ever seen at a con.
Yeah, I saw that table.
They had a ton of stuff, and it was awesome. Really, really awesome.
Insane. I think they had a Lotso, and they had... I don't even... Just so many things.
Yeah, they had a lot of really cool things in there. And not only pops, but they had other toys and action figures and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. But finally, I ran into our friend Brian and his wife, and he was also waiting for Tom Holland. So I went and stood with him, and we formed like a semi-getting-ready line. And we're all standing there waiting. And meanwhile, you're over there still getting all your autographs and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, as time moves on, there's a line that forms at one side of the room and then another side of the room. So now there are 3 lines waiting for Tom Holland. I was like, oh my God, get me out of here. Like, what am I going to do? Now I'm planted. I can't go because if I walk out of the line, then I lose my spot in the not real line spot. And I didn't want that to happen. I was really scared. So while I was waiting in line, Heather, what were you up to in the autograph lines?
I need like a bunch of friends, but I don't know who any of them are.
So needless to say, you're having a good time.
Yeah, I was having a good time, even though the twins were 40 minutes late. But it was really, really nice. I'm very lucky that I actually had people to talk to in line because my husband left me.
What was I going to do? I had to go wait for Tom Holland. Give me a break.
No, you didn't. You waited in fake lines.
Of course I waited in fake lines. I wanted to be like one of the first people so I could get out of there. I wanted to walk around the con some more.
Yeah. So then I finally got up to meet James and Oliver Phelps.
Awesome.
I asked if they had seen a bunch of those 3-packs. I said, "You guys have seen hundreds of those this weekend, haven't you?" And they said, "Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of these."
Oh, I bet they have.
And
especially with the three of them being at the same con.
Exactly. I believe it was Oliver that said to me, "Oh, these came out earlier this year, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "We were at some sort of con, and all of a sudden people just started bringing these up to us to get signed." But I thought it was really weird that they weren't contacted and was like, "Oh, hey, here's your Funko Pops directly from Funko because they're you."
Right, yeah. You think they would give them their copies of their characters.
Yeah, so I just thought that was really sort of bizarre, but also sort of cool that, like, it was just sort of like a surprise.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people were like, "Hey, sign this for me," and they were like, "Oh, I've never seen this before. This is neat. This is me." I was in front of them maybe like 2 minutes total or so. And then I looked over at Ginny's line, like 5 people there. She was a little bit less animated. She seemed worn out.
It's been a long weekend. They were there all weekend. We were only there Sunday.
In my head, I'm like, "Oh my god, I get to meet Ginny Weasley. Oh my god, I'm so excited." And then I meet her, and it wasn't a bad experience.
That's what it sounds like.
So here they are. I love their signatures. I wish I had a signature as pretty as any one of those.
Yeah, they look great.
So I had a light green, white, and a darker green, and I think that it's really unique, and they really sort of stand out on there.
Yeah, they look great. I think you did a great job. I think that was I mean, obviously you couldn't pick a better 3-pack, right? I mean, every character was there at the con.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that they wrote their names, their character names, underneath their signatures.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
And James gave me a little smiley face. I think that means he likes me.
Probably does. So meanwhile, while you're getting your autographs, I'm still in line, my fake line, rather, waiting to be pulled into the real line for Tom Holland.
How do you feel right now?
I urinated a little bit in my pants. And like I told you, I was in the center line, and there were 2 lines on either side. They started calling one of the other sides first, then they would get to us, and then the other side. So I ran over to the line they were calling. I jumped in the middle. How I was able to pull that off, I couldn't even begin to tell you. I look over, and there's Brian in the other line. I was like, "Brian, get over here." He runs over, and he goes, "What?" I go, "Dude, you're with me. You're going to be my line buddy." I said, "I need to have somebody to talk to." We were in line. They snaked us all the way up to the front, and that's when the grueling, long wait set in. Where you kept texting, "Is he there yet?" And I'm standing there, my legs are feeling like, oh, they felt horrible. I'm like so tired, my back was hurting. People were all laying all sprawled out on the floor. I'm just not the type of person to lay on the floor. I'm not sitting and laying on the floor. I'm just not going to do it.
That floor was hard.
I'm not doing that. Finally, I got up to him, and people were asking for him to write things out, and I was like, we're not supposed to do that. They even told you that as you're in the line. People were walking around the line telling you. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ask him to write Spider-Man. Why I asked him to write that, I can't even begin to tell you.
I have no idea.
It's like the dumbest thing ever. It says Spider-Man all over the box. And I was like, "Hey, can you write Spider-Man?" So he's like, "Hey, how's your day?" and all this stuff. And I was like, "Oh, things are great." And I was like, "Hey, it's really good meeting you." I said, "You're awesome and love the films." And then I pulled out of my pocket a Gastlecast sticker and a card. And very nervously, I threw them at him like a throwing star. And they landed, luckily, next to him and not on the floor.
Or
and
at least they didn't paper cut his eye.
I was like, we have a channel about these, so you should check it out. And that's the information right there. And he's like, "Thanks."
He's never gonna watch us.
When I walked out of line, I had this It is my signed Spider-Man and Peter Parker Funko Pops. There they are. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow,
I'm so excited.
Your signed Spider-Man that says Spider-Man.
I know! It's so awesome.
You know what's funny about that? My grandmother has never seen a Spider-Man film. But if that didn't say Spider-Man, she could tell you that that's Spider-Man.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, Spider-Man.
No, even if there was no Spider-Man anywhere.
Oh, she could tell you. Yeah, oh, because she knows the character.
That's like labeling our refrigerator as refrigerator.
Yeah. I thought for sure he'd be like, why would you have me write that? What are you, some sort of moron? So after we were done our autographs, Heather and I both ran over to JSA to get our stuff authenticated. They gave you a little card, which I put in here. And they also gave you a little sticker to put on the side. So that was great. It was literally right next door to the autograph booth. $10, can't beat that. And they also put all of the information in the database that you can go look, which is SpenceLOA.com. So we can actually go there and see our stuff because he takes a picture of everything and places it in the database.
I was walking around while you were in the line. I got you a really cool poster. Okay, I got you something.
Okay. Oh my God!
Can you show me?
That's sick. Where'd you get that?
I don't know, someplace over there.
What's it, a screaming cat? Is that what it says?
Cat in the future. Oh, the scaredy cat. That's dope. I like that. Thanks, Heather. I love cats, and Heather knows that. We have a lot of cat pictures. She got me a Cat to the Future, so obviously it's Marty McFly's a cat. Yeah. So I love this poster. I have a lot of Back to the Future style posters in this room that are hidden here and there. So I'm definitely going to hang this one up. I love this. This is awesome. Where did you find this? Like a print store thing?
No, it was an artist who drew that.
Oh, really? So you actually met the artist? Mm-hmm. Oh, awesome. So last but not least, we're walking around and we noticed that John Carpenter was there. The guy who made the original Halloween film. My favorite Halloween film of all time. I'm talking Halloween films like scary movie films. We actually ran into Kyle Johnson, and he hooked us up with a Halloween pop, Michael Myers. Because I thought for sure they would have sold out by then. Yeah. Because the con had been going on all weekend. I also thought that we'd pay an arm and a leg because we're at a con, but we got it for $10. We ran over, and we were literally the last people to have John Carpenter sign something. I was really excited about it. In fact, he was away from the table and my heart sunk because I had the pop. I'm running. I had the pop in hand and they said he's coming back. And he did. He returned and we got our Michael Myers signed. So I'm really happy that we did that. It was one of those unexpected moments. I wanted to get this for Heather for her horror collection because you have a lot of horror pops signed. And I thought this would be a great one to add to your collection.
Yeah, I'm excited. And guess what?
What?
Nick Castle, the guy who plays Michael Myers in the original John Carpenter Halloween.
Yes.
Is going to be at Monster Mania, which we're going to later this year.
Awesome. So we can have him sign this too. That's awesome. That's a great plan. I like that plan.
I'm excited.
So yeah, so we have 3 things that we got signed while we were there. This one being the unexpected one, but I find this one to be very special. Because it was a last moment thing. Didn't think this would even happen, and it did, and that was really cool. Keystone was a great success. I had a great time. So glad I met Tom Holland. It's one of those moments I'll never forget, but it's one he surely already has. What do you guys think about all of our cool autographs, our new posters? Let us know in the comments down below. I think it was a great success.
It was.
As always, remember, we hunt together, yes. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Gastlecast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Gastlecast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.